Obviously on the beach now there's a lot of very modern buildings. I think this building still stands the test of time. I think the proportion and the overall design still holds its own.
Loews was a unique project also. I mean, we are so lucky as a firm to have been involved at early on years in spectacular projects like these.
It kind of was a catalyst project, really kind of helped bring about the revival of Lincoln Road.
We were originally approached by the city of Miami Beach to look at the site where the Loews is to decide if we thought it was capable of holding an 800-room hotel on that site. We determined that you could, and then they put out the RFP, and quite a few firms went after the project.
There were 8 other architects that went after that project in a competition, and we won it hands down. We won it unanimously from a design standpoint, everything.
It was fun because Morris Lapidus is one of the entrants. So there were quite a few times where we would be presenting alongside Morris Lapidus. He would present his vision for the project, and we would get up, present our vision for the project, and it almost became like a little architectural debate format.
Got a call from John that the Loews Hotel was a competition that we won.
And contextually, it preserved the old historic St. Moritz Hotel. And so many of the other guys, Morris Lapidus and his son Alan Lapidus was one of the groups that went after the hotel. And, you know, talk about historic preservation. He took a big curved building and slammed it right into the side of the St. Moritz, and then cut and only left the first 20 feet of it on there. And he could care less about the St. Moritz. And they blew him out of the water for doing that.
It was basically designed in the ArtDeco style, very similar to the styles that you find up and down Miami Beach.
Contextually, it fit within the scale. We were the lowest building. Everybody was building 25, 30-story buildings. We opened up 16th Street, which did not go through there before. And that 16th Street now went through to Collins Avenue, and you could see Loews sitting right at the end of the axis. That was kind of cool.
The tower consisted of basically an L-shaped plan, but we created this tall turret with a kind of a wedding cake top to it, and we set it back off of Collins Avenue, or A1A.
My favorite part of the project is actually the space between the two buildings, the new Loews Hotel and the existing historic St. Moritz. Because they were two separate buildings and we really couldn't touch the historic hotel, we had to keep them separate. But then as the building goes out towards the ocean, we let the space between the building descend in a series of monumental steps, if you will.
As soon as you drove up, you got out of your car, and you look right down that gap between the two buildings, and we put this row of Canary Island palms. So it's got this big marching row, the alley of Canary Island palms that go all the way down to the water, and it shoots you right through the ocean. So visually, that was what we wanted to accomplish when you first stepped out of your car, and where we are on the backside of a building, but you look right down towards the ocean. That's why you went there, and I mean, we really featured that heavily when we won that competition.